Hello, my name is Starla Henderson and this is Fronter House Quilts blog, and today we're going to talk about tracing the pattern to a dark background for my spring sampler. And I tried several different ways. I tried all kinds of marking. The problem is I couldn't see. This fabric is so dark I couldn't even see the pattern through my light box, so I had to come up with a different way. So what I did was, there's a product, it's been out forever. It's called, my mom just always called it Pellon, but it's a lightweight, fusible, non-woven interfacing. And I mean, it is very light. And it's got a nubby side, that's where the glue is, and it's got a smooth side. And what I did was, just like before with the spring sampler, only the fall sampler, only I didn't have to have a light box. I took my pattern and I turned it over because I needed to do this in reverse. And because it was hard to see, I went in ahead and traced some of my pattern through so that I could be sure and see. Then I took a piece of the non-woven interfacing that I had cut to size, and you want to turn it where the smooth side is up, because you're going to draw on the smooth side. You're going to lay that over your pattern and pin it in place, just like I pinned my background fabric over my pattern. So I pinned this in place, and then I took my micron pen. In this case I used black. I either use black or brown, just depending upon my fabric. And I traced the whole pattern. When I had that done, I took the piece of Pellon, which is already here on this, and the first time I did it, I got a little too excited and I didn't follow directions, and I melted my Pellon. So you need to be sure and look at the directions that comes with your fusible product and make sure you follow the directions. In my case, the directions were to take a pressing cloth, to lay my piece on top of my background fabric, which is on the back of it because we're doing back basting. I laid it down, then I made sure it was smooth. I pressed all of my seams open, which is covered in our last lesson. They were already pressed, and I made sure this was smooth on top of my ironing mat, and I laid a pressing cloth on top of that. Then I dampened the pressing cloth, took my iron, and following the instructions, holding it for 10 seconds at a time, ironed starting in the center and working out towards the edges until I had this all fused in place. So here we are, it's fused. I can see all of my lines. I can use these lines now for back basting and for the embroidery and everything. And it was really easy to do. This is the same product that people use for different appliquing circles. They will get this, they sew around it, although I think theirs is not fusible, and then machine applique it in place. So this has been used in quilts before, and I use it for embroidery work on some of my embroidery quilts because it will give body and stability without me having to use a hoop. So this, I think, has turned into a really good idea. I'm anxious for you to try it and see what you think. My name is Starla Henderson. This is Fronter House Quilts blog, and we're working on the spring sampler. Thank you.